Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleanor and this video is going to be all about my 2021 reading goals and channel plans. This is just going to be a quick rundown of the plans for this channel for the next year. I just wanted to quickly go over what my reading plans are first. I don't do monthly TBRs, as I'm sure you've seen on this channel. I'm very much a mood reader. I read as and when the mood strikes, and certainly that causes some problems because I buy books, I'm so excited to read them, but I'm just maybe not in the mood for that particular book at that moment in time, so I've put it down, which is why my physical TBR that I have annoys me, because it's books I've had for quite a while and I've not picked them up yet, and it annoys me. Anyway, I digress. The reading challenge I set for 2020 was 52 books for the year, and I think I'm going to keep that again for 2021. I don't read an awful lot in comparison to a lot of other big booktube people. I can't read 100 books, 200 books in a year. I just don't, and I can't. I have managed to read about 65 books by the time of filming this video, and I may get one more book read by the end of the year. So I did read more than my 52 goal, but one book a week on average is about as much as I can manage. If I read more than that, excellent. If I don't, I can catch up at some point or other. I also feel like having a really large reading challenge makes it difficult for me to prioritise larger books. And I do think about that, even if it is subconsciously. Like, I'm more inclined to pick up 200, 300 or 400 page books than to pick up one 800 page book, because the 800 page book is probably going to take me 3 or 4 weeks to read. So it just stops me from focusing too much on that and sticking with reading, which is for enjoyment. So yeah, that was a whole tangent for the fact that I'm setting my reading goal for 2021 at 52 books. I like achievable goals around here. The also thing is, I'm setting a TBR for the whole year. As I've said, I'm a mood reader, but there are some books I've had and owned. These are physical books I'm focusing on mostly. I've owned for quite a while and I still haven't read yet. And I really want to prioritise reading them at some point in 2021, because I'm continually carrying over books year on year, and although I am still interested, if I've not read them in the last couple of years, I should just maybe get rid of them, because I'm clearly not going to read them anytime soon. The first three are a trilogy, and it's the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I don't have the first book here. I think my sister's borrowed it, so I'll need to steal that back off her. I read the 6 Shadowhunter, no, what they call it. I read the 6 Mortal Instruments books in 2018, and I really enjoyed them, but I read them all back to back. That's all I read for a solid wee while, and I got a bit, not sick of them, but I wanted to change, so I changed what I was reading, but then I never went back to this world, and I maybe should have just continued on with that momentum. So I really want to read the Infernal Devices, because although this world is silly and it's young adult and it's a bit nonsense and it's all this, that and the next things, it's just good fun, and I don't mind reading things that I just derive great enjoyment out of. So I want to go back into this world. This version, I don't have words. This trilogy is set in Victorian era London, and I think that would be great fun. There's also many more Cassandra Clare books in this world that have come since these books, so I want to just kind of continue on reading them. So the Infernal Devices trilogy. Also on this year-long TBR is The Bone Queen by Allison. Also on this year-long TBR is The Bone Queen by Allison Krogon. This is a prequel book to the 4 books of Pelennor by Allison Krogon. It is a series that I very much love, and I really enjoy reading them. But this sequel I didn't really know about until a couple of years ago, and I bought it like 2 years ago, and I haven't read it yet. And I'm really excited to read this, but I also want to do a reread of the books of Pelennor. But I think what I'm going to do is read this first as a prequel, and then go into the reread of the series, knowing the kind of early beginnings of one particular character, and I think it might be quite a fun way to do the reread. So if anyone's interested in joining me on our Books of Pelennor reread or read for the first time with me at some point in this year, leave me a comment and we can have a chat about it, but I'd love to read this sometime next year. The next book I have is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I loved The Night Circus, and I'm really eager to get to The Starless Sea, so I really want to make sure I prioritise this in 2021. And the next book is Beowulf, a translation and commentary together with Celix by J.R.R. Tolkien, edited by Christopher Tolkien. I've had this book for quite a few years, but I've never read it, and I'm really eager to read the story of Beowulf. And I think Tolkien's translation, along with his commentary, to help an understanding with it, is going to be a really good version to read. And I have been really excited to read this, but it's obviously quite a daunting read. And the next books I'm going to add to this year-long TBR are 12 books from the Terry Pratchett's Discworld. I have read 14 books out of 41 of the Discworld books, and I love them. They're so good, so ridiculous, just great fantasy, so much humour and like political and like social commentary, and they're just brilliant, good fun. And I really want to have read the whole of the Discworld, but I've read quite randomly. I've read the whole of the Death series, and I think I've read the whole of the Witches series, and then a few random books in between. So I made a spreadsheet, because that's what I do, I make spreadsheets. I made a list of all the Discworld books, and I marked off all the ones I've read, and in order of the ones I've missed, I'm going to be reading 12 of them for next year, and I'm going to read one every month. I have a lot of the Discworld novels on my Kindle. I bought them a very long time ago, and I've read bits and pieces, and this is to encourage me to pick up my Kindle more, because I don't really do that. And if I can get the book on audiobook from the library, even better. But I'm going to read one Discworld novel a month, so by the end of the year I will have read 26 Discworld novels, and I can chip away at that and make progress on completing that series. So okay, that's kind of it for my reading plans for next year. A couple of my I'm going to go on to talk about my channel goals, but I'll mention this one now because it kind of ties into reading, kind of ties into a channel goal. Also in 2021, I'd like to take part in at least 3 readathons. I took part in one readathon in 2020, and it was the Trigger Treatathon in October. But they are great fun, but because it's all about planning your reading and TBRs and things like that, it's not really something I thought I would gravitate towards and like. So I'd like to join in more, because it's a booktube community thing to do, and I'd like to join in with other people's. I don't think I'm at the point where I would make my own just yet, but I know of at least 2 that I would like to take part in next year. I'm not going to tell you what ones, and I need to find maybe a third one kind of in the middle of the year and about maybe summertime to take part in, because I think that would be fun to stretch my reading, because I'd maybe read things that are slightly different, but it would also be good content for the channel, because I would be talking about other people's readathons and we'd be reading together, and it'd be a good group thing to do together. I am mincing on my words today. So that's a nice transition into talking about my channel plans for 2021. As of filming this video, it is the 27th of December, and I have 214 subscribers on my channel, which is absolutely amazing. I can't even believe it. I started my channel like 1 year ago in December, and it's amazing to think that 214 of you are now watching my videos and supporting me, and that's amazing. I'm not going to set a number for next year for channel growth, but it would be amazing just to have the channel grow a bit more, create a bigger reading community, and some of these channel goals are maybe hopefully going to create videos that people will enjoy and maybe find my content. I'm continually striving to improve my channel content and the production side of things, and yeah, I'm always accepting of your constructive feedback on what I'm doing. So I don't have too many big goals. I mentioned I'm going to want to take part in 3 readathons. That'll help create some video content that I'll do for that. And I also want to try doing vlogs. Vlogs and reading vlogs especially are one of my favourite kinds of videos to watch. And I'm a big believer in creating what you yourself love, because then it's more of a joy to make. I love watching reading vlogs. I love Faye's from Books and Chocoholics reading vlogs. I also love Steph's reading vlogs from Steph Loves, and a few more that I can't name off the top of my head. I love their vlogs, and I just find great like comfort and calm in them, and I find them really encouraging for my reading, and I like hearing their thoughts on books as they're reading. So I thought that was something I would give it a go. But they do like weekly vlogs or weekend vlogs or a mashup between. But as I've said before, I don't read a huge volume of books. So I thought doing a weekly reading vlog would be a bit boring, because maybe in 1 week I'm only reading one book, or I'm finishing one book and starting another. So that's not really, there's not really a lot going on. And I also wouldn't be able to film mostly during the day, because I do work a full-time job from 8 till 4:30 every day, Monday to Friday. So I thought that would be a bit boring. So I thought that I might do monthly vlogs. So there'll be a vlog for January, a vlog for February, a vlog for March. And I'll need to play about with this. In general, I'm thinking I would maybe do a clip for every day, but that might not necessarily be necessary. So it might just be nice every other day to have a clip and update you with how much I've read over the last day or two, update you on what I'm thinking of what I'm reading, because in a month I maybe do read about 4 or 5 books, and that should hopefully make a more interesting video, and kind of, it will be a longer video, presumably between 20 and 30 minutes or something like that, once you add up all the clips. But I just think that might be a bit more interesting. And in the months where I am taking part in, say, buddy reads or readathons, it means those vlogs would be about that topic. And I think, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to give a go and see if that works. So I would love your feedback if you'd be interested in vlogs by me. And we'll see how it goes. I'm not obviously going to stick to this if the whole year, if no one likes them, or they're not fun or engaging, or if you think that I should be doing something else. I really welcome the feedback, but it doesn't hurt to try. So my first vlog will be up the end of January. So the last channel plan that I'm going to have for next year is to finish off my teen vampire obsession series. I started that in 2020 and I did a good few videos, but I've got a couple more to go. So I just want to wrap that up and have that series completed, so that it's like off my chest, because some of those books I reread for the teen vampire obsession series, which were rereads for me. I'll leave the playlist linked in the description if you're interested in watching them. I kind of want to unhaul them, but I need to reread them and do my video of them first before I clear them off my shelves, because yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, so I want to just reiterate and say thank you so much for all your support this last year, and this basically the first year of me doing BookTube, and I welcome your support in 2021. As always, if you've got any videos you'd love to see from me, anything that you think that would be a good fit for this channel, let me know and I can certainly give it a good go. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!